How we doing, guys? It's Gary from the Hawk here. Going to show you another power we're going to do for this week of April for the training sessions that I'll be doing virtually on Pike 13 and on the Zoom accounts. So right here you can kind of see what we're going to go through today. So take a picture, whatever you want to, so you can actually kind of see it. But it's not a lot of equipment used with it. You just need something to hold on to. So if you want to use a water jug, a kettlebell, a small child, an animal, it doesn't really matter. Anything you want just to do some weighted stuff. So first thing we're going to do is you're going to make sure you do a warm-up on your own with your individual workout, individual warm-up that the coach has given you. If you have any questions with that, just email one of us and we can get you your copy of your warm-up. And hit any tissue spots that are hot spots for you. Each week we're going to be focusing on a new hot spot. So this week's hot spots we're going to be focusing on is going to be on the head and the jaw and the neck. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a timer and you hit a timer for 2 minutes for each of these, making sure you actually stay in the spot for 2 minutes. So for the head, you're going to grab a lacrosse ball, baseball, some type of ball, and you actually put it into where you might get headaches. So the reason why we're hitting these spots is because headaches are increased during times of stress. So we want to make sure we're doing things that kind of relieve those headaches so we can still function. So what you do with the ball is you push it in and you kind of twist it. It's not going to feel very good. And you're going to hold the position in good tall spine, upright position. 2 minutes there. As you're doing it, move your face around, move your eyebrows, blink, all that type of stuff, and you're going to notice how it changes the sensation just a little bit. Another spot you can hit is your jaw. So a lot of people grind their teeth, especially in stressful situations. So you're going to get your jaw, same thing, you're going to tack it in there and rotate it and hold it there for 2 minutes. Nice tall upright position. As you can tell, I'm slouching. Maybe if I scoot back. Nice and tall, it can be moving the jaw around. 2 minutes there. You can also move to the front of your neck here. So you're going to see there's a muscle, your SCM, that comes down right through here. You can get there and do the same thing. You're going to tack it in. Oh yeah, that's a good one for me. That sends pain through my neck and everything. Probably partly why I have headaches. So I'm going to hit this spot here. Same thing. Move the jaw around. Look around. You can rotate up and down. And you're going to notice how it stretches. You don't want to move the ball. You want to keep the ball tacked into that tissue there. You can work all the way down your SCM to down to your clavicle here, your collarbone. You can also do the back of your neck as well. If you can see me here, so I said behind my neck, right in the base of my skull. Right there. So after your 2 minutes for each of those spots, that could range from you doing that for 4 minutes if you only hit one spot on each side, or it can go all the way up to 12 minutes depending if you hit 3 of the spots. After that, what we're going to do today is we're going to work on some technique work. Technique work is going to involve doing some head control. Since we just worked on soft tissue up here, we're going to do some head control going through the Turkish get-up. So Turkish get-up is just a movement of a way to get from the floor overhead with being able to hold a whole bunch of weight. But we're going to work on head control while we're doing that. So you're going to start with laying on your side and just do some head control. And I would say set a timer for 7 minutes. Or actually set a timer for 4 minutes. Do it all on one side for 4 minutes and switch and go 4 minutes the other side. Next, what you're going to do, you're going to come up to your elbow. That's the next part. That's the next stage of the Turkish get-up. With this, you're going to sit here and hang out. Head control. Breathing nice and tall. You want to make sure you're not slouched down like this. You want to get nice and tall, good shoulder packing, tall spine, chest is out. You have your chest over your toes. I don't know if you can see, but my feet are at a V. They're not close together. They're pretty wide here. Hands on the ground, head control, each different position. Gonna go up to the hand. Same thing. Getting a nice stretch here. And in my hamstrings, nice and tall. I'm not slouching here. I'm not collapsing. I'm not super overextended. when you're looking at your body, everything should kind of be in a straight line. Then you're going to go with your hands into this position here. So this is the bottom position of a windmill. As you can see, you can't see my feet. I'm not crooked here, I'm not crooked there. Everything should kind of be in a straight line. I'm trying to line myself up so you can see it. So hand, knee, and foot all in a straight line. Leg at 90 degrees. Same thing. Head control. Head control is any position. It's not just looking over your shoulders. It's going to the left, from the right ear to your shoulder. Then what you do is you come up to a open half kneeling position. Same thing. Stability is posture dependent, so that's where we're going to work on stability of your head control in each of these postures. Then you go into a half kneeling position. Half kneeling is not kicked out like this. Half kneeling is on 2 railroad tracks, so you should not be able to see my back leg, and my feet should never cross each other. There should be 2 railroad tracks. Same thing. Move around, and then I stand up and do the same thing, nice and tall. When you're standing up, you want to make sure you're rooting to the ground. So squeeze your toes against the ground, squeeze your glutes, midlines engaged, good tall spine, head controls as well. So do 4 minutes on that side, then you're going to switch and do 4 minutes on the other side. So that's 8 minutes total going with that one. Next, we're going to work on continuous improvement. So what you're going to do, what this means is you're going to do 2 drills. And you're going to do the same 2 drills every day, yes, every day for a month. Okay? You're going to do 5 rounds of each of these drills, but you're only going to do 5 reps to start with. So the 2 drills that I picked is going to be a push-up. It can be incline, it could be against a wall, it could be against the floor. It doesn't matter. You want to get someplace that's maybe a little challenging, but you want to feel like you have a lot left in the tank. So push-up is the first one we're going to do. So here, on my first set, I'm going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, for you, if that's a on your knees push-up, making sure you're not arching your back or rounding or going back like this, making sure you're nice and engaged there, it could be on your knees. You be you and do whatever works best for you. It could be against the wall. And maybe that's challenging. It doesn't matter what it is. You may need a chair or a couch. Same thing, incline. You're just going to end up doing 5 of them. Then after that, you're going to switch over, you're going to do a bridge. So, any bridge you want, but I'm going to talk about 2 options right now, is you can go feet flat and bridge, 5 of these. If you want to go something different, you can go 1 leg out. 5, I don't want to go up here with this leg because I don't want the hip flexors to engage. I want just glute activation. So you're going to do 5 left, 5 right, if that makes it more challenging for you. Or another option you can do for a bridge is our elbows straight and legs straight. So bridge it up like this. This will put a lot more pressure on your shoulders. So make sure you gotta make sure you have range of motion for that. Going 5 right here. After I do 5 bridges, do 5 push-ups, 5 bridges, then I go back and I do 4. Then switch. 4 here. 2, 3, 4. Then I go back to 3 push-ups, 3 bridges, 2 push-ups, 2 bridges, 1 push-up, 1 bridge. Each day, you're going to add 1 rep to that sequence. So tomorrow, I'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 2. Next day, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2. Then 5, 4, 4, 3, 2. Next day, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2. Then the very next day, you're up to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. There is no 1. I keep making that up. I don't know why I'm saying that. So it's only 5 rounds of it. And you see, each day you slowly add in 1 rep And through the end of the month, you're going to notice how you're doing a lot more at the end of the month than you are at the beginning. So this is just slow, continuous improvement. So every day you're just getting a little bit better. And that's all we're looking for, just a little bit better. So the actual circuit we're going to go through today is going to be a minute each on each of these 4 drills. And you're going to do it for as much time as you have. So 12 to 20 minutes, no matter whatever time you have in order to do this training session. So inverted wall, weighted holds and perts. So you're going to grab something. I just have a water jug here. You're going to grab a water jug. You have a ball, anything, a couple books, anything you want. Inverted wall, you're going to lay on the ground with your feet up against the wall, knees straight. You want to make sure your hips are not coming up like this. You want to make sure your low back, your sacrum, your pretty much your butt is still touching the floor. So if it's coming up like this, just scoot back a little bit. And then to make sure it can stay hip square. If it's going too high, you're rounding your back and you're not getting the tall spine that you're looking for. So you're not actually doing a good drill. So in this position, I'm going to grab this for a minute because your timer's going. And I'm just going to press this. I'm going to lift it up overhead. If I lift it up overhead, I got to make sure my ribs don't flare. So you have to make sure your low back stays on the ground. Just doing anything I want with it until the timer stops for a minute. After that, you have a minute of quad to the hand position of that Turkish get up that we worked on earlier. So I have quad here, neutral spine. So I'm engaged, I'm not arching, I'm not rounding. Nice neutral spine there, so I'm squeezing, locking it in. I'm going to take a leg out into that hand position of the get that we worked on. Not here, nice and tall, and back. So you're going to keep cycling through that. If you want it more challenging, keep your knees off the ground the whole time. And you're going to do that for a minute. After that, we're going to do a standing weighted hold behind your back, march in place, head control, really whatever you want to do. So I have the weight behind me, and the point of the weight is to make sure I get full hip extension. So locking it up, and that's just marching in place, nice and tall. If you want to straighten out a leg there, you can. If you want to just hold it, do a head control, locking everything in, do whatever you want. Do that for an entire minute. Once that gets finished, you set the weight down, and we're going to do walkouts for a minute. So walkout standing, I'm going to go out, walk out to the top position of a plank by push-up, or walking all the way further out, depending how far you can go. Making sure you're not sagging or keeping your hips like this. You want to be a nice neutral spine and tall spine as you go. Walking yourself back up, and you're good. You're going to keep repeating this for a minute. If walking out into a push-up position, top of your plank position, is too challenging, and challenging means you can't maintain this spine, okay? So if you're going like this, do not continue the drill. Walk out to a quad, then come back up. Walk down the quad. If you need to, lift your knees off if you want to feel like you make it a little more challenging. And walk back up. You're going to continue that for a minute. Complete that, like I said, for 12 to 20 rounds of it. So every 12 to 20 minutes. And then at the end of it, go through your tissue quality stuff that you hit at the beginning. The head, the jaw, front of your neck, and behind your neck. Each of those spots one more time to see if there's a difference. If they are, please post. Let us know the differences you're feeling. If there is any changes. And then your homework is to not only continue doing the continuous improvement stuff, so those sets of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, and so on, is to every day do some type of self-care for 2 minutes on each thing, on each drill you do. So if you really liked one of these tissue spots that you hit with the jaw or the head or the neck, then hit that every single day until we start to come next week, and we'll go to a different spot. Just slowly but surely, we're continuing improving, we're getting along, we're working together. So be safe, stay strong, and we will see you next time. Thanks.